Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Week 13's recap. Going to be running through the markets and seeing what unfolded this week. Definitely lots of excitement and volatility, so let's dive right in and see what happened. Starting off here with our live cattle. Today we saw a pretty significant downside across the board, limit down day throughout all these 2025 contract months. We got that gap down, followed by the gap and run, all the way down to our limit down price level here at $1.9820. Definitely concerning action going into the weekend, something we don't like, but definitely just a bit of a shock reaction that we're seeing throughout the whole market. We haven't broke the uptrend yet. Our big picture weekly uptrend remains intact. Prices have a few spots to find support below. Definitely going to be encouraging everyone to remain defensive here in the near term while we sort out and digest this week's move. Would like to see bulls step in here at the 50-day average, as well as the 50% retracement of this whole month of March's move. We saw about a $20 rally, and so pullback even down to $1.96. Anywhere in this area we should see more volatility, but we'd like to see the bulls step in and try and support this thing. We were up here at overextended territory following awesome rally throughout the month of March, so this thing isn't broken yet, but definitely encourage everyone to stay defensive here while we're trading throughout this volatility and below our bear pivots. So down the line, we do see some of these back months losing more ground and losing their 50-day average, but like we saw in that pullback in February, there was lots of support around the low $90s in these back months, so would be looking for those bulls to step back in that area. But encourage everyone to wait it out, let price balance out, and carry on its way higher before getting too involved. Just remain defensive here in the near term. Same story in the feeders, limit down across the board. We did talk at the beginning of the week how offers below 280 was going to bring 275 in a hurry, so we did see a break of some of this prior support and everyone kind of throw in the towel. Seeing price push down here below the 50-day average. Some of these back months showing a little bit more strength, limit down across the board, but still staying above their 50-day average. Like the live cattle, we do expect to see support step in somewhere in the mid 270s as prices have the bulls have enjoyed those prices in the past, but same story, stay defensive until we get a little bit of balance here and can get an idea on the next leg. The corn market was one of the only markets that saw any green today. We saw back and forth today on our intraday charts. We're seeing just kind of a sloppy back and forth over the last 3-4 days this week. Just seeing some back and forth right here in the midpoint of this range, expecting this 470 to 442 range to continue trading sideways. Going to need to see a clear and close above or below either end of the range before we can really have an idea of the next leg from here. But the fact that this market stayed green today in the face of all of the selling across the broader market makes me think that there might be a few more bulls in the corn market than I previously had thought. So one to keep an eye on, watch it carve out this range, and once we pick a direction from there, we'll have a little bit more conviction on that direction. But in the meantime, expect the range to keep trading. Continued downside in the oil market, giving up some of these significant key levels that we've traded around for the past few years, seeing over $10 a downside in the past couple days on oil. Definitely bearish moves. Would expect to see that downside continue. If we look across the last 10 years or so here, we have kept price supportive above that 63, 65 area here. It's been a sloppy line, but that price has kept oil supported dating back to 2021, as well as keeping it capped all the way through 2019 and 2020. This is a key level over the long term that we want to watch. The fact that we've got a close down here and looks like we're probing some of these lows, I would expect the bears to keep on pushing this thing lower. We could see 50s trading sooner than later, so look out below on this crude market. Equity markets saw a pretty nasty downside today, 5 to 7% downside across the major indexes. We saw 53.15 level trade last night and never really looked back. We got below it and just kept on going. Like the message has remained for the past few weeks, anyone in the equity markets, we encourage to stay defensive here as this market continues to sell off. So just watch out, encourage everyone to raise cash and let some of this volatility and everything get digested before we really commit to any new positions. So stay defensive out there, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.